welcome to Dadi. So let's study on Spotlight. I'm Sophie, and today we are here with Michael.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi. So Michael, maybe you can just introduce with our audience about yourself.
Myself, my name is Michael Bartlett. I'm the Director of International Education at All Saints Anglican School. And I've been doing this job a long time, but basically my role is to look after all the international students' needs, from accommodation to study and interaction with the parents, all those things. It's a great job and I really love it.
I see. So when you're talking about international school, is there a lot of international students here?
Yeah, we have quite a few. We always have around 100 international students. Our school has quite a long waiting list, so we have to limit the number. It's a big school. We have 1,950 students, but we always have around 100 international students, and they make a great contribution to school life.
Okay. We found that there is like a lot of school. They utilize the facilities, the technologies to help their students when studying in the school or maybe doing their homework. Is that also happens in Ulsan?
Yes, every student has a computer given to them by the school, and they take it to every class. And we embrace technology for learning, and I include AI in that. I think for good schools now, you have to realize that AI is a part of life, you know, and you have to train your students to use it responsibly while still trying to build their knowledge and learning skills.
Okay. So is that every subject they are going to use the computer and also the AI?
Yes, I think every subject. I think that's what's happening in the world, and I think it's a challenge for schools how to integrate the use of AI into their curriculum and into their teaching and learning.
If students okay, let's start from students' perspective. So when students touching about this AI, are they facing any issues during their study?
Yeah, I think the difficulty with AI is this. Some students will use it as a tool not to do work. For example, they might want to write an essay about Shakespeare. So they just go to AI, put the question in, and it comes across. Obviously, we know that that's sort of like cheating, but we also know that that's not going to help their learning. So we want to teach them how to get their AI information and then tailor it with their own thoughts, their own creativity, change it, and just use it maybe as a structural basis. So you see, I think real learning and AI can sit side by side.
So it means that we need to fully utilize, but we need to use it in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way, and in a way that we acknowledge that AI is the future, and in your job when you leave school, you're going to be using it.
Yes.
So you better get using it now.
Okay. So just now we're just talking about from school perspective, maybe students or maybe teachers. So how about parents? Parents might be a bit worried.
I think the worry from parents isn't so much, won't be AI. The number one concern I get from Asian parents is about screen time. And so many parents, they have a plea for us. They say, please don't let my my son or daughter use their phone or use the computer too much. We totally understand this because it is a problem not just here in Australia or in Asia, it's around the world.
Yes.
For adults and for children. Okay, we see when we go to a restaurant now, we see families babysitting their children with screens.
Yep.
Okay, I've been guilty of that. It's easier. We've seen groups of people sitting around, teenagers sitting around, everyone's on their phone. You know, so does that have consequences for the world? Yes, it does. Because in addition to that, what we're finding is in younger people, their attention span is becoming smaller, and we're seeing the rise in what they call attention deficit disorder, whether you believe in that or not. Every school is experiencing that, and our school has to put so much more money into learning support. And some parents, they're really at a loss, and it's affecting their relationship between them and their child because they're telling their child, stop gaming, get off. So it causes so much tension. And some students are very angry about it. And it's a very difficult problem for the whole world. For us in the boarding house and international students, it's a little bit easier to control. I think just taking away devices is not the answer, okay? It's a part of modern life. Children used to run around after school and it was very safe. Now we ask them, we're more careful, we've got them at home more. They need to communicate. But in a boarding house, because you're busy, because you have set study time, because you have to do sports, you might have to
Yes.
do swimming, you might have to do other activities, and your life is really full. You don't spend as much time as I think when you go to a day school, say in Hong Kong, and then you go home and you're in your bedroom doing your homework and whatever. So we try to really balance the use of devices and technology in the boarding house.
So which means that if in the whole day there is like any other activities, they might not be that.
Yeah, definitely. And we've had some really serious cases of students come and they're definitely addicted to technology.
Wow.
You can see them playing games and their face lights up, and they just, the first thing they do in the morning is pick up the phone. The last thing they do is put it down. And after a short time, let's say on Friday night, we've opened up the volleyball courts and the basketball courts. You see them start to mix with all their other peers who are playing sport, and they start to do more physical activities, and their brain changes what it looks for entertainment.
They move forward the energy to another activities.
Thing. But you need opportunity to do that. It's very difficult in a home environment to do that.
Yes, correct. So what kind of advice or what kind of
Parents?
advice to parents if their children is like really addicted to the phones or
My advice would be this: do not take away your children's devices altogether. Do not use it even as a punishment where you say, right, you're banned for your devices, you're grounded. Have a plan and say you can use your device from this time to this time. If you do, as a reward, for example, you may say, if you do 2 hours of homework, you can use your device for this 1 hour. The children don't feel guilty then that they're doing it. There's less tension between the families. And there are some great apps that actually track and can tell you exactly how much screen time your children have. So work with your children, communicate, have an agreement that will help both of you, and have a set plan for how many hours of screen time you feel comfortable with for your child. But just to let them on their own for a long time, at their own, to use whatever they want when they want, that's not a great way forward. But it's difficult because people are busy. Parents are stressed.
Yes.
They're working long hours. It's very hard to track their kids' behavior. So maybe look into an app that you can actually see how much your children are using their screens.
And also they might also need to set the rules since the kids was young.
Yeah. And if you can, remember, family time is precious time. Use it the best you can. Take your child to the sports field. Let them join a team. Make them have enough hobbies that occupy their time. Okay. And most importantly, don't ban them from communicating with their friends. We're all human. We all need the communications to enrich our lives.
Yes, correct. So, I believe that's all for today's session. So, thanks again to Michael for sharing us about
Sophie.
this.
Very nice to see you today.
Thank you.
Okay.